Hey everyone, welcome back. This is episode 2 of The Wonders of Painting. You guys ready to do a fantastic little painting with me? Awesome. So, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let me take that away. If this is your first time, I would like to welcome you all to The Wonders of Painting. Now, to give you guys a recap, this is a game called Such Art. Now, I touched on it a little bit in the first episode. This game has been released as a demo as of January 21st, 2021. The full game is going to come out at some point, probably in the springtime, I bet. So if you want to get your hands on this game, you should probably download the demo and then add it to your wish list. Because then, soon we'll be making a lot of different paintings and having a lot of great fun. So, you know what? Speaking of fun, why don't we go ahead and get started on a fantastic little painting here that we can have fun with. So, what I think I'm going to start with, the phthalo blue. I'm going to get some blue, then I'm going to get a little bit of black here. I kind of want... that'll work. Now then, let's just see where we want this. I think I want a little sky up here. Just a nice sky. There we go. You know, just make like... and you can also do like little swirly strokes if you wanted to. There we go. Okay, now to wash off the brush. And now that we have our brush a little bit there, or a little bit washed off, we're going to go back up here, and I'm just going to go back in, and I'm just going to go over the blue. Just give it a nice little blend. There we go. Now, if we make any mistakes like that, they're not mistakes, they're happy accidents. So let's wash off the brush, shake off the excess, and then just beat the devil out of it. Now, when I wash the brushes, this is what you're going to be using, and that is odorless paint thinner. Let me say that again, odorless paint thinner. Paint thinner has a very nasty smell to it. In fact, if you ever wanted to smell it, go into any hardware store or arts and crafts store and take a whiff. It's not pretty. But if you use odorless paint thinner, then your parents and your family won't be running out of the room to get air. Alright, now I'm gonna make some water. So let's go back into the blue again. We're also gonna put a little bit of green in there, a little bit of the phthalo green, and some titanium white. Alright, then we're just going to come down here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start right about here and just go back and forth here. Just go back, just kind of come in here and make the indication of some water. There we go. You can also bring it down just a little bit too. Water has some very interesting colors to it. Sometimes it can look nice and blue, sometimes it's very clear, and if you've ever gone to a beach, it just looks really nice. There we go. Okay. Now with our little liner brush, I'm just going to come down in here, and I'm just going to go ahead and get a little bit on the edge. And I'm also going to blend out some of our strokes as well. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, let's wash off the brushes. And of course, with the way this game is sometimes, there will be some pauses. But anyway, now the next thing we're going to do is I think we are going to make a nice little beach area. So for that, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab the yellow ochre. I'm going to take a little bit of Van Dyke brown, just a little bit, and I think I'm also going to, I'm just going to go with that. And now, from here you're going to decide how the horizon's going to look, and I think what we're going to do, start right here, just kind of into the water, and just go this way. Make like a nice area. See that? Pretty cool. Notice how we left a little bit of white there. I want that to stay there because I want the indication that the moon is showing. This is going to be, in fact, that's why we have a much darker type sand, because this is a nighttime type painting. There we go. Okay, wash off the brush. And now let's come back in here, and I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna puff it up a little bit. Just like that. There we go. Now this will give the indication that the water is going where it's supposed to go. Alright, so now the next thing I want to do is that I want to put a moon up in the sky. So for that, we're going to take our little brush. I'm just going to come back over here. And I'm going to take a little bit of that titanium white, mix it with some black gesso, and we have this very nice looking color to it. In fact, I think that's where we want to go. Now, big decision time here. Where do we want the moon to go? And I think, you know what? I think our moon lives right about here. We'll just make a nice, happy moon. There we go. Come in here and just be very careful with it. Just come in and do like a happy little moon. Now your moon doesn't have to be perfectly round. You can actually make your moon as big or as little as you want to. Now, after using some of the paint thinner, I'm going to come back in here and I'm just going to touch up a little area. Right in there. But I think the paint is already dried there, so there you go. Excuse me. Alright. Now, the next thing I want to do is that I kind of want to make the indication of something. Because now, I think we're going to put some happy little stars in the sky. So for that, I'm going to go ahead and take our signature brush. And I'm going to go ahead and dip it in the white. A little bit of yellow. Back to the white. Ah, there we go. I did a painting earlier and it sold for 400 cred. So you're just going to come in here and you're just going to make little specks. What I do is just make little specks in the sky. Nothing too much, just, and don't put them all in a row too much. Just let the stars go around. Put some by the moon. That way the moon isn't too lonely. There you go. Look at how beautiful that is. You just keep doing this and you can put as many or as little stars as you want in there. It's all up to you. Look at that. Okay. Now, from here, I think the next thing that I will do is that I want to put an indication, or I want to put something like, oh, let's do a distant mountain. Let's go ahead and make a very distant mountain. So I'm going to go ahead, wait, that's the wrong brush. It's this one. Do a little bit like that. Doesn't have to be too bad. But now, where does our mountain live? You know what? I think our mountain is going to live right here in the background. See that? And with the way that the mountain looks, and with the way the mountain area looks, but now it kind of looks more like a sailing boat. So you know what? That's what it is. Our mountain is now a sailboat. So let's give the indication that there's a sail by taking the white and bringing it down a little bit. And then I'm going to take a little white here, and I'm just going to make a very small thing right there. Perfect. So now that's a sailing boat for us to do. And now we're going to do one more thing with this painting. And I think one of the things I want to do is that I want to try and... See, this is where you got to make a big decision on what your next thing is going to be about. And I think the thing I want to do is, why don't we put the indication of a dolphin in here? Just a happy little dolphin. So let's see. I'm going to take some of this color that we made in the last episode, Now I'm gonna take a little bit of black. And now, where does our dolphin live? I think our dolphin lives right about here. So, we'll just make the indication. There he is. See him? Ooh, dolphins are a lot of fun. There he goes. Okay, now we'll give him his fins. Just go like this. And then we do it like that. And then we do go again. And give him his fin like that. And if you notice, our dolphin is about the same color as the moon. That's okay. Now, I'm actually going to leave it like that because it kind of looks really cool. Notice how the colors actually work with this. So we have our dolphin in there. And now, the last thing I want to put in here is maybe like a little blanket. Something that would be really nice. So let's go ahead and come over here. We're going to take some alizarin crimson and a little bit of white. Just to give it, just to give this nice, kind of looks like a lavender color. Alright, so now we'll do this. This will give us the indication of a picnic blanket on the beach. There we go. You know, sometimes I really like taking a picnic blanket to the beach. The only thing I don't like about it is trying to get sand out of it. Sand gets everywhere, you know? Okay. Now let's bring in our bigger brush. And I'm just going to go in here, and I'm just going to blend it all in. This is where the big brush can come in major handy. There we go. I'm also going to go ahead and make it a little indication. There we go. That's perfect. Alright. So now we have ourselves a beautiful nighttime beach area. Now, you could also make nighttime beach landscapes by using black gesso. But the reason why we used the liquid clear in this area, or liquid white, is because we wanted the indication that the moon is full and it's giving off beautiful light. You ever been to the beach in the nighttime? It's a lot of fun. But I hope that this video has inspired you to break out your paints and do some really cool stuff. I'm Dr. Detroit, and I'll see you guys next time here on the Wonders of Painting. Until then, thank you and God bless.